What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. And before we start the video, I wanted to make a quick disclaimer. This probably will be the one and only time we do, or I do, a political video on this channel because of the simple fact that that's not my content. It's just something I don't do. So the RNC convention has been going on for 4 days now. Yesterday was the last day, and the last person to speak was Donald Trump, and he addressed the support on EVs. Actually, he wants to end the federal support for EVs. EV has been a topic that we've touched a lot here in this channel, how the sales are not doing so well, the comparisons with EV, with gas and stuff like that. And yesterday he addressed that issue, so I figured I speak a little bit about it and we get into it. He says that he will end the electrical vehicle mandate on day one as he takes presidency, thereby saving the U.S. auto industry from complete pretty much destroying themselves and saving the U.S. consumers thousands of dollars per car, Trump says on his address yesterday on the Milwaukee RNC convention. Now, I wanted to share my thoughts on it. Now, we have the EV and we have gas, and there has to be, in a perfect world, there has to be a like for each of each other. Now, the problem is that we all know that EV doesn't go far enough. It is heavy, and they cost tons of dollars, thousands of dollars to make, and there's always that risk of those batteries. Now, remember, the government is giving a grant consumers of people who buy EVs a qualifying tax of $7,500 at the end of the year. Now, I have a buddy of mine who bought an Accord, and he still hasn't gotten that tax yet, that tax grant yet. So Trump said that the Biden administration is sacrificing our economy independence in order to force more Americans to drive an electrical vehicle. Now, there obviously is a push for this type of vehicle to be driven, to kind of for everyone to jump on the ball of the electrical vehicle. Now, Smith says on July 9, according to the Verge, that the representative added that if Biden vetoes the bill, he is leaving the door wide open to making the American taxpayers China's piggy bank. Now, that's a different story, and that could be true, but the fact is that I don't like, in my opinion, that EVs are being pushed down everyone's throat, that this is what you have to get. Now, there is a simple fact that if I get an EV, and if, let's say, I'm driving to Orlando, or if I'm driving somewhere 3, 4, 5 hours away from my house, I'm going to be forced to stop. And a fast charge is going to be anywhere between 45 minutes to 30 minutes. And some of them that don't have fast charge, if you get lucky enough that there isn't, then you're going to have to be stuck for like about an hour and a half charging your vehicle. Maybe that not might be long enough. Now, if you jump on your vehicle and it is a gas powered, you pull up to the pump, you say 100 on pump 1 or 50 or 60, whatever, you pump your gas in 15-20 minutes, you are on your way. Now, the problem with electrical vehicle is that there is a lot of recalls on this vehicle. We're seeing them with the Cybertruck, we're seeing them with Tesla, and they're very heavy and they're expensive to make. Now, one point that I wanted to point out was that, you know, we have Tesla, and Elon Musk is one of the great inventors of our century here with Tesla and everything he's doing, but Elon Musk is backing up Donald Trump. In fact, he's been donating about $180 million to the American PAC, which is the Political Action Committee focused on re-electing Trump. Now, Trump says that the cars won't go very far, is what I've explained. They're very, very expensive. They're also heavy. The former president said on an interview with Bloomberg published on Tuesday, "We have hundreds and thousands of electrical cars right now that aren't selling, and yet you don't hear any complaints from the car companies." Normally, if a car doesn't sell, you know it's a front page story, and the companies right now pretty much are being quiet and they don't say anything about it. And that is very, very true. EV sales have not performed as everyone thought they would be. At some point, Tesla was very tanking with the sales. I think they're probably not performing as much as they would, you probably think so. The Hummer electrical vehicle, that's not selling as we also thought. There's a lot of electrical pushback with the consumers because a lot of people just don't want to get into it. Even if there's that $7,500 at the end of the year grand tax, people are just not wanting to mess with it. You know, I am an automotive enthusiast. I love my V8. I want power, I want sound, but at the same time, if I would have enough money to splurge and I would want to buy a Cadillac Escalade, as I did the review, I want that to be a V8. I don't want that to be an electrical vehicle. Can you imagine if we go to the drag race, you know, we go to the track and we're drag racing vehicles, and you're drag racing Teslas, and you're going down the quarter mile at whatever speed you're going, it's absolute silence. You can pretty much read whatever book you want or hear an audible from Amazon going down the track, and that's not what drag racers or track guys like me love. But there is the regular consumer who just wants their gas. They want to go into the gas station, they want to pump, and they want to get out. So that's what Trump had to say. Even so, the former president has made some friends in the EV industry. Obviously, Elon Musk, who's committed to donating $180 million. So I wanted to see how that's going to pan out, because obviously Elon Musk is a big push for EVs and electrical. I mean, Tesla. And then he's endorsing Trump. There's obviously other reasons behind that, but I want to see how that kind of plays out. Trump also criticized the Biden administration on the Green New scam, potentially indicating he would dismantle the most recent EPA regulations. After a lengthy period of lobbying and rewrites, the final rules included an opening for automakers to meet the new emissions benchmark in any way they see fit, including a mix of more efficient gas engines, hybrid, a larger EV mix, and even hydrogen vehicle. Notably, while President Biden has expressed support for 50% of all new vehicle sales being electrified by 2030, there is currently no federal EV mandate. No, obviously there isn't a currently EV mandate, but it's definitely being pushed down, as this is where society kind of wants to head off to. Now, look, I like hybrid. I think hybrid is cool. A mixture of both, I think, is pretty cool. But then again, companies nowadays are making gas engines very efficient, and the mile per gallon is getting a lot better. Now, again, there are some people who want that EV. There was some people who love that. They want to plug in their car. They're saving gas. And I'm not saying that if you have a job that's maybe near your home, or you're kind of around the neighborhood, or the job is not that far, I'm not saying the electrical is not bad for you, because there you're going to be saving hella gas. You know, maybe if you're 10, 15 miles away from home, go back and forth, you put it to charge at night, perfect. You're saving great gas. But an example for me, I'm an hour and like 30 minutes away from work, so it's a big difference in the car's not charged or whatever. And if you have a company, or if you work for a company that there are no chargers, then that makes also a problem. So, I think at the end of the day, to each his own, but this is the opinion that Trump had against the EVs. Will I think is going to benefit the automotive market? I believe so to a certain point. I'm not 100% against EV, but I am not 100% in favor of just only EVs and killing the gas companies. No, absolutely not. Because look at what companies have done, like an example with the Dodge Charger or the Challenger, that now we got this Daytona it's spitting sound from an exhaust that's got a speaker. That to me is ridiculous. I wouldn't even look that way if I had money to splurge to buy that car. And I think Hyundai's doing it too. That to me is ridiculous. EV to EV, V8 to EV to V8. Do I think that Dodge is making a mistake by doing that? In my opinion, it's absolutely. They're definitely not going to sell as much as the Charger and the Challengers whatsoever. At least here in Florida, and whatever corner you look, there's always a Charger, there's always a Challenger. That car was a big hit, and now you're getting this Daytona electric. That's not going to sell as much, and I can tell you that for sure. Anyways, that, again, it will be my one and only political video I will make, and that's just my opinion on the EV of what Trump said. Hopefully we could come together in terms in the future, and hopefully this EV things in this automotive industry definitely gets fixed, because the automotive industry is definitely taking a hit. Anyways, if your boys are liking the content, remember to tune in and subscribe. Your boy is out. We're almost at 13,000 subscribers. Love you guys from the bottom of my heart. I'll see you later.